What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I want to talk about 2 reasons why you can't get over the narcissist. A lot of times when we get to know people, we get to know them at a steady pace, or at least we're expecting to. But when a person seems to be rushing to get to know us and rushing to just make so many plans in the future, like they just can't wait, 9 times out of 10, it's because they're trying to get something out of you right away. And, it's something about you that they can benefit off of. They really don't have intentions on getting to know you. They don't feel like, y'all have time, so there's no need to rush. That's the only reason why a person will really rush to get to know you, is because they know something about you that, you know, it'll fit well into their lives, something that they don't really have to work hard towards. They feel like they can get it easy if they get with you, and, maybe turn something, you know, have things go serious really quick. And that's why the narcissists, they use certain tactics to sweep you off of your feet, just um, showering you with just a lot of romance early on. And even though they barely know you, it's like every single thing that comes out of your mouth, they're just so, infatuated by it. They just admire every single thing about you. And so that just kind of goes to show that the narcissists, they're always up to something. Because anyone in their right mind, even when you are deciding to like give them a chance, you still feel kind of skeptical. You like, you just seem too good to be true. And a lot of times when something seems too good to be true, not all the time, but most of the time it is. And the narcissist, it just never failed. All of them use the same playbook to do pretty much the same thing, to get inside your life and turn it upside down. And the quickest way in is just to show you just how much they really, really admire you, how much they're into you. You know, the thing about it is, when it comes to soul ties, it starts with the flesh. And it can also be a spiritual soul tie. You can have a healthy soul tie, and then there's unhealthy soul ties. And I want to talk about the unhealthy soul ties. When you're connected to a toxic individual such as a narcissist, of course there's unhealthy soul ties when when you're having a difficult time separating yourself from them. When you're going through that trial separation, when the narcissist, they do the thing where they just kind of disappear on you for a while. And they know that this is going to affect you, because who does that? Who just up and disappears on someone, you know, and without warning? Like, in a normal relationship, in a healthy relationship, those are just things that you don't look forward to. But again, when a narcissist moves so quickly to turn something serious, you know, to go into something serious with you, that just goes to show that they're unstable. And so there's no stability to begin with, because you just jumped into a situation because you decided to give them a chance, because everything they said just sounds so good to you. And again, that's where the soul ties come in, at dealing with the flesh. When we're talking about soul ties dealing with the flesh, everything that just sounds good and just feels good to you, you know, you're going to pretty much be tied into that. Because, see, the flesh is weak. That's why when we talk about foods that we love, we really shouldn't love food. You know, we should focus on nurturing our bodies with healthy things, but I'm not saying this in a way to judge anybody, because I've been on both sides on the healthy eating and the not so healthy eating. So I'm not saying this to judge anyone. I'm just saying I know how the flesh works, and the flesh is weak. The flesh, it wants what it wants. And another thing that goes along with the soul ties is, of course, dealing with, I'm going to say, intimacy, because, it's certain trigger words here on YouTube that you just can't use, but y'all know what I'm talking about. When you take it to that other level with the narcissist, that's really what they were waiting to get to. If they could have gotten to it the first night, they would, because that's what they're all about. They're all about that high, just making themselves feel good. Again, the flesh. They want to satisfy their flesh. So those are the things that kind of have you hooked on to the narcissist, and it makes it difficult for you to cut them off. It makes it hard for you to let go of something so bad that you claim to feel so good to you. A narcissist, they're the biggest pretenders. They know how to put on a good act. They know what to do to keep you around. They know how to put something on your mind, because those are the type of games that they play. That's how it affects our thinking. When a narcissist just up and disappears, they know we're going to be thinking about it. And they know that our thoughts are going to go everywhere, from, is it something that I did wrong, or back to, I can't believe you're doing me this way. How could you treat me this way? They know that it's going to affect you one way or the other. That's an unhealthy soul tie. And it's a soul tie of the flesh. So again, the flesh is weak, and that's why it is so difficult to let go of a toxic situation, because it has a lot to do with you thinking about what made you feel good. Now, when it comes to a spiritual soul tie, that it's unhealthy, toxic relationship, it goes back to your thoughts of all these dreams the narcissist sold you, and all of the future faking, and all of the fake plans they set for the future for the both of you. That is never going to happen. It is never going to happen. They just know how to make things sound good to keep you around. That's the spiritual unhealthy soul tie. So there's the spiritual unhealthy soul tie, which is very toxic, and of course the flesh, the unhealthy soul tie, dealing with the flesh, dealing with intimacy, dealing with what they can feed you. And I mean literally feed you, because I've told y'all how the narcissist, she get to people a lot by treating them to a bunch of junk food, to a bunch of things that are unhealthy for the body. And we're not thinking about that when we're eating those things. We're thinking about how good it makes us feel, because the flesh is weak and the flesh wants what the flesh wants. We're not thinking about it. We can really go inside of our system and see how it is affecting us negatively, and then we won't mess with it. We won't touch it. We're not thinking about that at the moment. We're thinking about how good it makes us feel. Sometimes a full belly makes you sleep well. But at the same time, it's breaking your body down. It's unhealthy. It's not good for you. There's other ways to get a good night's sleep. Healthy ways of getting a good night's sleep. Just like there are healthy relationships. You're capable of being in a healthy relationship. You just have to think, more open-mindedly, and, always go with your first thoughts and your intuition. Because when we be so quick to just believe everything this person is telling us, and because it just sounds so good. Again, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And if it is meant to be, and it's a good thing for us, then it can wait. We have time for that. And that's what we must let people know, that we have time for that. So that's my message today on soul ties. And thank y'all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.